Santa Claus said this is long after business hours.
Check.
I can give you only 5 minutes.
Oh, get it. Used to move the weight like Northern Trap. Compete with the white like black quarterbacks. Out here flipping nickels the size of your bitch nipples. Shiny as a nickel, R.I.P. Dime Rickles. My Air Maxes cost what's on your taxes. Smoke so much weed, me breathing is miraculous. Dog, it ain't calculus, fucking common sense. 16 is crime scene, murder with no evidence is heaven sent. Watch from it when you're bopping to it. I cock and pop it, tossing turning like Bobby Lewis. Still going like.
Welcome back to another episode of Random Thoughts from Ozimoto. I'm your host, Ozimoto, just a young buck from South Florida with a vision and something to say. We on episode 41 for my troopers and episode 10 for my recruits. Now, here's the catch-22 about that. I say recruits because that's for the audio listeners, but I've yet to upload anything for audio. It's just been straight videos, so we gonna have to get some shit popping over there. We gonna have to fix that. By episode 50, I'm gonna have it at least on YouTube podcast. Right hand to God. Right hand to God. Right hand to Allah. By episode 50, we gonna have an audio platform for this. By episode 50. Now, whether you want to hop on YouTube podcasts, that's up to you. But then, by episode 100, I will guarantee it's up on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. I'll promise y'all that. Documented, stamped on camera. And I'm not finna cut this out or edit it out neither. Stamped. Alright? It's official. So what's going on? Honestly, the main shit that's kind of cool that was popping up in my life that just happened. My little brother just graduated, so it's kind of like, damn, he kind of doing his shit. He's finna do his little summer jobs, get started to whatever college he going to. I think he want to go to UCF, but hey, the little nigga spreading his wings. Ain't we proud? Oh, we so proud of him. 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 Proud of you, kiddo. Love you. That's from Big Bro. Word to bro. Word to bro. But yeah, little niggas, he's off to the world. But speaking of the world, and this is what's going on, I want to tell y'all about a parlay that I just hit on game 2 of the NBA Finals, and I must talk about it because I'm not going to get NBA basketball until September after these possible next 5 games. Since the series is tied, it could be settled in the next 4, possibly 5. But the series is tied. That's where we at. I got to get better at my Trump impression. I ain't going to cut. But it is what it is. But here's this ticket though. Here's the ticket. I put this shit in on a whim. I put in this shit on a whim. We're going to start from the bottom. Top. Pause. So, we got Chet Holmgren for over 14.5 points. He had 15. That's usually his sweet spot. For some reason, he likes to chill out at like the 15. He likes to chill out at the 15. I don't know why, but that's what he liked to do. We had Tyrese Halliburton for over 5.5 assists. Motherfucker got 6. He normally be going for like 8, 9, sometimes 10 limb, but he just wasn't feeling it this game, and this one was no cap. No cap. So you see all that green. You see, here's the thing about a 10-leg parlay. It sounds crazy until you see all that green. So that's that though. Right? So where was I at? I was at Tyrese Halliburton for on assists, right? So I put him at 5.5. He has 6. He be going for like 8, 9, but 5, he's damn near a lock for 5. At least. So, did that. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander for over 3.5 rebounds. He's 6'6", right? He should be able to get more than his fair share. He should be able to get more than 4 for sure. Motherfucker came home with 5. Love it. I had Jalen Williams for over 3.5 rebounds. Motherfucker came home with 5. See, here's the thing about him. He can play anywhere from the 3. They will play him anywhere from the 2 to the 4. When Holmgren was out before they acquired Hartenstein, he was handling business at the 5. So he can get a lot of rebounds and he can play all them positions. So he's definitely known to grab them boards, right? But it depends on where he's at and what type of night he's having. So that's why I felt like 3.5 was a nice little safe zone for him, because I know his effort, especially after that game 1 loss after about 1 point. Yeah, I know they wanted to seal the deal because they felt like they was a better team, and they showed that they was a better team on game 2. They showed why they was the number 1. So where we at? I was at Shea for rebounds. He had 5. I was at Jalen Williams for rebounds. He had 5. Beautiful. I had Shea Gilgeous-Alexander for over 29.5. Now, here's the thing, though. If I can on Shea, I'm going to always take it for 30 plus or 29, 25 plus. That's a lock. Guaranteed. Unless something happened that's not in God's plan, he gonna get 30. He gonna get 30 plus. The motherfucker came home with like 34, I believe. Yeah, so that was a safe lock. I had Jalen Williams for over 14.5 points. He had 19. Now here's the thing though. He's supposed to be like the second option or the third option or 2B or whatever the fuck. He's supposed to be one of them niggas on the team behind Shea. Cool. Game 2, same type of shit. I expect you to want to go put this shit away. So you're going to want to hit your shots a lot more. You're going to have a little bit more fire, more intensity than you did the first game. And you showed it. You came out with 19 and the ticker was on like 14.5. So you did your thing. Where was I at? No, I was at Shea for. No, I was at Williams. All right. Miles Turner for over 3.5. That sounds stupid considering I'm talking about a center. That sounds stupid because I'm talking about a center, but I'm not gonna lie. He likes to play the perimeter a lot. He likes to forget that he's like 6'11". So that's why I put him at 3.5. At the least. Then I had Shea Gilgeous-Alexander for over 4.5 assists. He came home with 8. Here's the thing about it though. Me personally, I was initially gonna take him for like over 3, but it was locked. He wasn't showing up, so I'm like, all right, cool. I guess he's gonna want to get his guys involved. Not that he doesn't, but sometimes that Thunder team is built so that way he doesn't need to be a facilitator per se. He just needs to be Shea. You feel me? That's the thing about him. So that's why I went with that low of an assist for a point guard, but it's not that I don't think he could get 8. He doesn't need to all the time. And this was one of them nights he needed to, and that's why, that shit was a lock. And then I had Tyrese Halliburton, and here's where it gets picky. This is where I get some notes, right? I had Tyrese Halliburton for over 3.5 rebounds. Same situation. I think he's like 6'5", 6'6", something like that. I get it. He's not as two-way. he's not as a two-way dominant as Shea, because Shea was all NBA first team and he was all NBA third team if I'm not mistaken. But he still can grab them rebounds. He just came home with like, I think it was 10 or 12 the other night. So I know he could get it done. This was one of them nights where I'm like, you know what? I'm going to be safe and just put you low. Because sometimes you don't always need to, because I'm expecting Miles Turner to remember that he's 6'11". He forgot. And that's why that's why Tyrese hit on that one. And then I had Tyrese on over 14.5 points. He came home with 15. He came home with 17. Here's the shit that pissed me off. He had 3 points up until the fourth quarter. That's terrible. Niggas just dubbed you the Haliban, and you had 3 points at the half. Cannot be happening. Especially after you just got the Haliban stamped on you. Can't go out like that, buddy. That cannot happen. So that's what happened with my parlay. I won by the skin of my teeth, all because Tyrese. So never bet on the light skin. I'm gonna tell you that right here, right now. Never bet on the light skin, because you're gonna be stressing. Either bet on the what, go all the way. You either the cream or you the cookie in the Oreo. We not doing the golden shit. All right, we not doing a peanut. We not doing the Nutter Butters. We're not doing that. You either the cookie or you the cream. That's it. I'm not betting on you light skinned niggas no more. Y'all got me stressing out. Especially because here's the thing though. I know Tyrese is not a scorer, but I know he's always going to get at least 15, 10 plus. Because he's more of a facilitator rebound. I don't always need to be the guy to take the shot, but I damn sure want to seal the deal. So that's where he gets them little 15, 20 points sometimes, because that he slips that in the like pause. He sneaks his points in the fourth quarter, because he's like, I want to put this shit to bed. I want to send y'all niggas home. Y'all saw how he did it in what was it, game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals? He could have went for the layup. He could have went for the easy layup, wide open, but he went back to the basket because he wanted the 3 to send these niggas home in their home court. He wants the moment, but sometimes he can't deliver. Shea, he's gonna come through all the fucking time. He didn't even want the moment for real, but the moment wanted him. That's how it is. And that's my parlay. And I had to talk about it. Yes, did I spend about 10 minutes talking about this shit? Yes. Why? This is the most amount of basketball I'll get. I only got like possibly 3. Okay. At the very least, 3. At the most, 5 more games of NBA basketball until September. I get it. The WNBA is going on. Should I be tuned into it? Yes, absolutely. Will I be as enthusiastic? We'll see. Maybe the sport will grow on me. Maybe that shade of it will grow on me. More fundamentals, more play calling. I'll probably appreciate that, but nigga, sometimes I want to see dunk on a nigga like I'm Anthony Edwards. Ugh. Sometimes I want to see that shit. I'm sorry. Angel Reese can grab them boards, but she's not dunking on nobody. She's not baptized. Show me someone in the NBA that got baptized. And then I'll tune in immediately. I promise. I fucking promise. Show me someone who got baptized in the WNBA. I'll be just as locked in as I am with the NBA. On God. Word to bro. I'll call bro right now just to make sure he good. Matter of fact, since I'm putting it on bro, let me call bro. Hopefully this nigga pick up. Yo, bro, you good? All right, good. Because I'm recording an episode and I just put something on bro. And if I was lying, I had to make sure you was good.
I mean, I did feel a little particle in my chest. I thought I was having a heart attack.
Nah, there's just a liquor hit in your system. You good. You be all right.
I'm not drinking. I'm fighting demons, man. Wait, man, I'm fighting the big backiness. Wait, you recording right now?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Alright, man, I'll get you later, man.
Yeah, you good, bro. Like I said, I put something on bro, and if I'm lying, something's happening to bro.
Yeah, I did step my toe like 10 seconds ago.
All right, so as y'all see, bro is fine. He good. All right. So yeah, I forgot what I was saying, but where's the bro? You feel me? If I'm flying, I'm lying. If I'm lying, I'm flying. That's how it go. So that was good. That was good. But let's get into another segment, right? Random thoughts from the people. Hey, this is all right. Last time I did this shit, I got some good answers that I could fuck with and we could holla at, right? This one, nah. It was weak as shit. Except for the second answer, I'm not gonna lie, but the first answer was weak as shit. I'm not giving no passes. None. Ooh, goddamn. I'm sorry. Sometimes you just be on IG and you just see some. Mm, 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 mm. So, where we at? Where we at? Okay. All right, boom. So this answer pissed me off, right? I said if you could ban one person from your funeral, who would it be? I'm trying to explore some beef. I want someone to say they grandma or some shit like that. Hey, my cousin Vinny cannot slide. I don't care what happened. Don't bring that nigga to my funeral. I want some answers like that. Motherfucker gonna say myself, immortality unlocked. Alright, I'll entertain this. What the fuck you gonna do? 200, 300 years, what's your plan? Cause you ain't die. Apparently you probably gonna stay how you look. So what you gonna do? What's your grand plan? Oh, you get a little house on the acres. All right, cool. You have a little family. You watch your kids grow up. Your kids grow up. They have kids. They kids grow up. Grandbabies on the yard. Then your kids pass. All right, cool. Then your grandkids have grandkids. Then your grandkids pass, and then you see how the fucking cycle's gonna continue, my nigga. What you gonna do? Just still stay on that house with that acre and just be at peace? No, you probably gotta go lead a country for forever or some shit. Like, why do people always want immortality? That's such a stupid wish. That's such a stupid wish. I don't want to be on this shit forever. Me personally, I'd like to check out at like 80. Me personally. Let me make sure I have kids, and then after that, after I make sure my kids are straight, let me see my grandkids, and once I see them get into around like I don't know, around my age, then I'll pass. Then I'll go. Then I'll be happy. All right. I'm not trying to stay to see the fourth line after me. That's crazy. If they get to fucking while they're young and it happened while before I'm 80, bless to Allah. But nigga, what would I want to do that shit for? Why would I want to do that shit? What, to entertain for forever? Honestly, that shit might be cool, but then I'm gonna want to check out after I make enough bread being entertaining. being funny and shit. Once I make enough bread with this shit, all right, deuces. I'm gonna just go on a little island with my family, and then I'm gonna just have them fly out on private jets and shit to the city, and they can fly out to come see me. I'm gonna be off the grid. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do with my immortality, and then shit, nigga, I'm gonna go try to find Atlantis. I'm gonna go try to find, I don't know. I'm gonna go explore Antarctica or some shit. Like, I'm actually, me personally, once I get to that goal, I'm gonna go fuck around. I'm gonna go do what I want to do. But you ain't even say nothing. You just said you want to ban yourself to your funeral, immortality unlocked. So why are we gathered here today? That's fucking stupid. No? Alright. I'm tweaking. I guess I'm just shitting on someone's dreams for no reason. Alright. Alright. Alright, what else does this man say? Because the other one was pretty good. I'll give credit where it due. This one said, okay, I said life lessons learned in 2025. This nigga learned a poem. All right, cool. I'll share it with you. Life flows like water and we roll with the tide. Pulled by the moon, but still flow freely, filling the gaps. This is what I'm interpreting. Y'all are welcome to join my interpretation or however the fuck you interpret it. Let's talk about it, because otherwise, I don't know what the fuck this nigga talking about, and I don't know why he just learned it now in 2025. But like I said, life lessons learned in 2025. Everyone takes time to learn their things at their own pace. Cool, fine, fuck, whatever. I understand. My apologies if I'm not empathetic enough. All right, let's move on. So, man done said, and this is what I think it is. Life flows like water and we roll with the tide. So it's kind of like it pulls us by the current. Hey, if the world's going to shit and you just so happen to be born while it's going to shit, hey, we're going to the shitter together, buddy. If you're born during, like, I don't know, the Renaissance or like the 80s, shit was probably lit. Shit was probably lit for you. So you got that shit going on. Just probably cool. So you really just rolling with whatever spawn point you at with life and where you at in evolution. Like right now, it's very possible for someone to be an astronaut. But if they were born in like 1492, you fucking crazy. You can barely get to across the ocean. Fuck you want to go to space for? Like you can barely get in the air as is. Fuck you want to go to space for? You might want to die. So, and then he said, pulled by the moon, but still flow freely. So this is where I'm going to interpret some shit for y'all, right? It gets into some shit like fate. I think fate is determined by a set of choices that's going to happen, right? Like if you put Mentos in a Coke bottle, it's gonna explode. Pause. If you put Mentos in a Coke bottle, it's gonna explode. That's your fate. That's your choices. So I think fate is like a series of events predetermined by what we choose right here, right now. Right? So my fate of choosing to record right now is going to be completely different than my fate if I was out in downtown Miami right now. My fate would be, you see what I'm saying? But it's all a matter of my choice. I could hop in my car and go, or call an Uber and go, but that's not my fate right now. That's not my fate right now. So that's what I think. Filling in the gaps, that's just bullshit. I think you was just filling in the gaps right there for your answer to try to make the poem sound nice. But I don't know. I can't interpret your answer for you. I can interpret it for me. I asked, what's your life lessons learned in 2025? You learned a poem. That's great. Beautiful. Sensational. All right. I really spent about 20 fucking minutes just yapping, no topics, no nothing. But let's get right into it, man. Let's get right into it. So, I think we should build community. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, the more I drink, it's kind of funny to see how much where I fuck up and what words whoop my ass. Communally. I think that's what I was finna say. I think that's what my body was fixing to say to y'all. But I think we should build community and tell kids to toughen up because I seen this video. I got to start saving and clipping this shit for y'all. So this video of this kid on a bike, he going fast. I guess it's his kid in the neighborhood showing off. He fell, and the older guy, I think he was in Georgia, he's like, twin, it don't hurt, twin. It don't hurt, twin. You good, twin. You good, twin. You straight, twin. I really like that video because it's like I think that's what's missing in 2025 moving on. We always want technology, social media and shit like that, which I can understand. We have the access, we have the ability to capture moments and edit them as we please to our discretion. AI starting to fuck that shit up, but that's another topic. So we got that shit going on, but we really disconnected with what was going on with the early 2000s and 90s where niggas was just outside. They was just outside on their bikes, getting hurt with scrapes on the knees and skating and bruises on the elbows and shit like that. We was just outside doing shit, and that's when the older kids told the younger kids like, "Hey, if you fall and it's not that bad, hey bro, toughen up, you good, don't cry, don't be a bitch." And that eventually got the younger kids to toughen up and not be bitches and want to go be dogs. And then we decided to be pussies. I get it. I was born in 2000, but I was really raised by 90s kids. Like my parents allowed me to cry if moments when needed be, but that shit stopped around like 6. So really, I had to get with the program pretty young around the older kids. So that's what I think is missing. That's what I think is missing because nowadays kids they'll just everyone's so sensitive now. And I'm not saying this to say no one's feelings should be invalidated, but not every little thing is a big deal. Look, I understand that some shit is a problem for you, but here's the catch 22 for you. Stop making a big rah-rah for you giving me a migraine. Now who's going to deal with that shit? Now I got a killer migraine because y'all want to keep doing that rah-rah shit. What's up with that? What's up with that? Y'all got to stop that shit, man. Let's not play it. Let's not pee. So tell the kids to toughen up. That's what we missing. You want kids to go back to the 90s, you gotta tell them niggas to stop being bitches. You got to. Oh, you fell off the bike, get back up. If it's not gnarly and if your shit still bends the way it's supposed to, you are good. You're straight, fellow. You're good. So pipe down, chill out. Speaking of shit online, this one I'm about to talk about, I cannot clip it in. YouTube will flag me. On the Patreon though, y'all can check out whatever the fuck y'all want. So this girl obviously drunk out of her fucking mind. I feel bad for you. I really do. But this is what's going down. Shorty done said she posted 2 stories. Baby girl, her titties was out. She passed out on the corner like this. She got nothing going on. She don't know what's going on. She getting recorded. And the girl ain't even say nothing. She recorded all that, made sure to show the titties. She got the nipples for show. And then the next story after, some paramedics, she's like, oh my God, I feel so bad. No, the fuck you don't. You probably got called out for being a piece of shit because why ain't you help that girl? Why did you see someone, her titties out looking indecent and you You thought to yourself it was good content to post on your story. Even if you knew her or not, bro, that's not cool. That is not cool. You crossed the line that I'm not gonna lie, guys, we should like if a dude did that and he got jumped, I wouldn't feel no way about it. But I kind of feel a way about a girl doing that and she's just walking. Like, why ain't no one jumped you? I'm not one of these folks to say no. If need be, up it, up it, squabble. Because otherwise they just gonna keep walking over you. Squabble, take it there, take it there. Because obviously they gonna post you with your titties out and then feel bad for you. No, bitch, where was your sympathy? Now, if we showed you, now, matter of fact, if the girl who posted it showed her titties out, I'm not gonna say that's gonna be even, but why don't you post your titties out and then say, "Oh, we feel so bad for you." No, you don't. You knew what you were doing. If you wouldn't put your titties out for the world to see, why would you put someone else's titties out for the world to see? I didn't like that shit at all. I like my shit consensual. I like my shit consensual. I'm not like some of these other weirdos. So get that shit checked out. Get that checked out. Next topic. Damn, I don't even think I segued from the kids toughening up to this one. But next topic, I'm going to segue in this one. Lizzo's weight loss. Where do I start with this? Because it's like, on one hand, if you bash her and said you was a self-hating fat bitch, I don't know where you can go with this. I didn't want to just say that for no reason, but it's almost like if you said that back when she was big, you was fatophobic, but then she lost all that weight and she kind of wants to say, I destroyed my old self. I hate that fat bitch. So was we right when you was big and we said that shit, or was your feelings just hurt? Sometimes your feelings is hurt and you just didn't want to hear the truth, and that's okay. My feelings get hurt too. I don't want to hear it. I don't, but I know it's true. And if it's something that I can change, then shit, maybe I might take the extra steps in this, or I'ma just embrace it even more. I ain't tripping. I'm really not. So that's that. But you kind of hated yourself. What's up with that? I don't get it. I don't get it. Next topic. Because I got nothing more to say about that. I got nothing more to say about that. If I was really big and then I lost weight, I'd be pretty fucking happy. I ain't gonna lie. I'd be pretty content with myself. I did that shit. Yeah, look at me. But you really hated yourself. I I think she really hated herself and she had to force herself to be uh I think she had to kind of force herself to be self positive because other people put her on a pedestal, but eventually the only way to remove yourself from that pedestal is to remove yourself from that community. Stop giving them a reason to see you as an idol and give them a reason to go in the gym. You kind of went missing and then you popped out. Tell these maybe she wants y'all to do the same. Maybe that's what's really gonna help y'all. I don't know. It's kind of like how you go to Disney and you see all them big ass adults. Like, the fuck are we doing? You walk around this amusement park, but yet you still big as a whale. I don't get it. How that makes sense. Alright, next topic. Since I'm finna get canceled if I keep actually no. Nah, I'm that's a real question. That's a real question, actually. You walk around the park all damn day, and you a Disney adult, so you definitely be going to that shit all the fucking time. How you so big? How many turkey legs you be eating? No one gonna ask the real questions? I will. How many of them joints you put down? Talking about, you know what? I don't even know what y'all be talking about. Because y'all just be eating too much. Y'all don't be talking about nothing. I really tried to keep it cool, but y'all saw I had to keep. You know what, man? Nah. Next topic. I swear. Next topic. Oh shit. Uh, I be entertaining. I'm gonna keep it a bean with y'all. I be entertaining conspiracy theories. I be entertaining it just in case. Just in case. And I'm gonna tell y'all. All right, look. Just in case that like they're actually correct. Just in case, because some shit really be going down. There was this one movie. It wasn't Thor. I have to find it because it was from. I don't know if y'all too young to remember the Naked Brothers band, but it was one of them in the movie who was supposed to be like Thor, playing with that mythology. But I'm pretty sure they couldn't just outright call him Thor. Um, I have to figure that shit out, but he pretty much in the plot of the movie, it started to his battle started to have an effect on the local weather. And it's kind of like, how many times have y'all seen some crazy weather out of fucking nowhere and you're just like, why the fuck? And I've seen it too. Like, I've seen areas where like I'm driving on this one road, like let's just say I'm going up Lions and I pass Wiles. So before Lions, and Lions runs south to north, north to south, and Wiles runs east to west, west to east, right? So imagine going up this T. You go up. As you're going up, before you cross this like X axis, it's shit pouring. It's raining cats and dogs. The second you get past it, it's a beautiful day. That shit really be happening in Florida, and sometimes it's so wild that I'm just like, bro, what if something's at play that we don't understand here? And that's just me thinking crazy. Here's three okay. Here's three conspiracy theories, little bits of history that I actually like to think about, and I'll give it its credit. I'm gonna put y'all on. It's gonna be a little long episode. I ain't gonna cap. So, the Men in Black, the movies, that's low key based on an actual phenomenon on anyone who saw UFOs, right? So, I'm gonna share this one story, and y'all pretty much gonna get the gist of how the Men in Black went. And this was the only time they were ever documented, right? So it pretty much went like this. Like, let's just say it's like 1955. I see a UFO in my backyard on Monday. I click submit it. I send it to the paper. It's out the next day. Wednesday or Thursday, I'm visited by like two or three men in black suits, not really affiliated with they're affiliated with an unknown government agency, and then they just fucking, they pretty much say, yeah, you didn't see that shit. You ain't seen nothing. That you ain't seen nothing. Hence why in the movie they have that memory click eraser. And I think that's the main two things that ties it in, outside of the fact that they are affiliated with aliens too. So the only time they were documented, a hotel manager seen like some UFO crazy shit. He reported it, seen it. And then the next day, he didn't go to work. I think he just wasn't scheduled to work or some shit like that. and they walked in the hotel and they were kind of like pressing everyone as to who saw it and where they were. And when the workers replied that, hey, he's not here, they were kind of frustrated and they left. This was the only time they were seen when they were walking in the establishment and walking out the establishment. Only time they were seen on CCTV. But everyone reported that they did not look real. Like their faces looked fake as fuck. Like it looked like a mask that they just chopped on. Their hairs didn't look real. Their eyes looked really sunken. Like, and they were really tall and walked very weird. Like everyone was saying like, nah, something's up with these dudes. That's the only time they were documented. So do with that what you will. We also got, this isn't so much as a conspiracy as much as a crime, right? The Library of Alexandria. Now this was a great library. It's considered, I believe it's considered either the first college or the first hospital in human society. I forgot which of the two, but it was the first of something. And it was in the time of Alexander the Great, right? Now think about how far back that is to us. The contents in that library were far more ancient to them. All that knowledge gone. If you fuck with One Piece and you know Robin, I genuinely think her story is supposed to be a symbol of the burning of the Library of Alexandria, because she comes from a land of scholars, the island of O'Hara. They were researching into some shit that they shouldn't have, and you know, everyone was killed and the library was burnt down. She was the sole survivor. I feel like a similar situation happened to the Library of Alexandria, but I can't say for sure who, what, when, where, and why. I just know that that was a terrible crime to humankind. Off the bat, off rip. And another one. Y'all gonna think I'm crazy, but like, actually follow up on some videos about it, and a little fact checking. The pyramids in Africa, I think it's very possible they weren't tombs, that they were power plants, because so like it's supposed to have four sides, but the thing is, because of the heat and the mirage, it has a bit more sides than you would think, right? Yeah, I think it has like 8 sides rather than 4, like a classic pyramid. We don't know how they constructed it, and pretty much think of it like this: if I was dead in this chair, blah, right? All right, cool, fine, fuck, whatever. Right now, I'm still a freshly composed human body, but in like a month or so, when I'm just bones, yeah, you could tell it's the remains of something that, but it's not 100% there, right? Like, yeah, it's the skeleton, but that's not the whole structure. That's not the whole picture. That's essentially what the pyramids are. Like, that's not even the pyramids in their prime, so to speak. That's one. Two, they are perfectly aligned with, I think, Saturn, Jupiter, and Uranus. So that's insane, considering they had no technology to be that accurate way back in the day. That's that. So we got the sides, the sides that open up on the mirages, that is only, I forgot which equinox. I forgot if it's the summer or winter equinox where you can kind of see it. There's that. You got the motherfucking, it's incomplete. We don't know how they put it up. There's mass amounts of granite and copper, which is perfect for conducting electricity. And there's not really much use for tombs. It's really just fat slabs of granite and copper. So there's that. And it's not just in Africa. There's pyramids in Australia, I believe, China, and South America. So clearly it's not just a tomb, in my opinion. Now, when that shit actually comes out to be true, I want to be on the right side of history, so I don't dismiss every conspiracy theory. I don't dismiss them all. I don't. Never that. And I'll tell you why. Next topic. It perfectly flows into this shit because my boy was telling me about how it was hailing in Broward County like 2 weeks ago, right? Now, I was baffled, flabbergasted, bamboozled, all of the above when he told me this shit because, nigga, I was sweating my ass off on work a couple days ago. What you mean it was hailing? No, it was hailing. He showed me the videos. It was confirmed. I didn't know because that day I stayed my ass inside. But I just didn't believe it because the past couple days it's been really fucking hot. So how the fuck is it hailing? Crazy shit is going on. Crazy shit is going on. I'm gonna tell you right here, right now. It's beyond just the AI. It's beyond just the shit that's going on in LA. It's beyond all that shit. Some crazy shit is going on. Some new world order shit going on in real fucking time. Stay on your P's and Q's and, take care of your loved ones. That's what I could tell y'all for real. That's what I could tell y'all for real. So stay strapped. All right. So obviously it took me a big old minute to get here. I realized I've been yapping. I got off topic, and that's how I'm really getting good with this shit. Once I'm able to start talking about some random shit before I get into my topics and have fun with it, then I know I'm doing something good. We gonna grow this community. But I gotta talk about Trump and Elon. What's going on? Because the chances of government trade secrets being leaked, that kind of excites me. I ain't gonna cap. Over this could damn well be the biggest crash out in the fucking world, in history, in United States history for sure. For sure. He ain't crash out this bad when his shorty left him. I'm noticing something. And he damn near pretty much said you wouldn't have won this election without me. So you pretty much openly admitting to rigging the election. You pretty much openly admitting to knowing that your boy was a pedophile because you talked about him being on the Epstein files. So it's a lot of shit not adding up. It's a lot of shit that's getting weird, and Trump can't cover his muskiness. That's what it is. He can't cover that shit up. The bromance is blowing up in your face, and now it's showing, and it's apparent that we're in a dictatorship now. I feared for this, and it's here. Fortunately, I'm freelance enough to kind of try to segregate from it, but it ripples down into my life. This is a dictatorship that we're in. This is not a democracy no more. It's clearly not being a democracy. We got my fault. Couldn't have said that. We have them people committing straight up war crimes blatantly. Straight up blatantly committing war crimes. We can't do nothing about it. What you want to say else? Shit. They committing war crimes blatantly. It's getting out of hand. Trump was allowing that shit. And now him and Musk are breaking up, and now it's like, is he gonna blow the whistle? Pause. On everything that we somewhat suspected, but he's just gonna come out and confirm it since we knew y'all was buddy. You allow that nigga in the Oval Office, dummy. You allow that nigga in the Oval Office. Everyone kept trying to say you were doing shit unprecedented. Just because you're the fucking first, that doesn't mean it's always a good thing. You the first ass president. You the first to blow the whistle on everything. You the first to get impeached 3 times and still win an election because you rigged it. That's fucking crazy. Unprecedented this, unprecedented that. Unprecedented my dick, nigga. Unprecedented my dick. Always on this shit, and now you and your man's Elon broke up, and now you gotta go pick your cousin up. You gotta clean up your fucking mess. He was help. It sounds like he was help keeping this shit under the rug. And I don't know why he whistleblowing like we ain't just gonna say, hey nigga, that was yo man's. Why you telling us? You ain't decide to do something? Oh, where was you when you was getting all this benefits and woody woo? Oh, it was different. Oh, eat a dick. Straight like that. I don't got nothing to say to no immigrant who found his way into the motherfucking Oval Office having control of a government agency just because your man's realized you helped him. He helped you. Fuck. Just because your man's realized that you helped him get in office. We ain't buying that. I'm not buying that. And now it's blowing up, and now you crying with your breakup all over the timeline like a little bitch. Go clean that shit up, man. And get this shit off my fucking timeline. Now we got the shits going on in LA with the ICE raids, and now you want to act crazy? All right, cool. Get your mans. You don't want to do that. You want to send ICE out, and then we got people having a community resistance, and this is what I fuck with. Oh, this ain't just shits and giggles, my nigga. This ain't just random thoughts, and I'm just thinking about titties and bullshit I seen online. Yeah, I do, but at the same time, hey, my nigga, I'm a little bit of an anarchist. Just a tidbit, and it's not really an anarchist as much as a revolutionist, rather. But I'd rather lead a renaissance in the thinking, because that means I could probably influence this, entertain, get some chicken, and feed my family. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to go out like Fred Hampton. I'm sorry, and it's not that I don't respect causes like that, and I don't respect martyrs, or I don't respect people who've made a sacrifice for a cause, or who were set up to take the fall for a cause. It's not that I'm not empathetic or I don't feel for that. That's just not what God put in my path. I genuinely don't think that's why I'm here. I think I'm here to entertain and elevate a new way of thinking. I think that's why everyone in my close circle, I really think, exception of, like, you saw how my nigga picked up. Like, bet you if I called my sister, she'd pick up too. I could call a couple people, and I know for a fact they'd pick up. I'm really meant to, and they mainly call me, and they mainly on my line. I think just because, I don't know, I think my presence adds something in their life, and sometimes my response and shit like that. And whether it's they call to just yap, or they call because they having an issue, they call me for a reason. And if I have a handful of people in my life that keep calling me, why not answer the call for all of y'all? Or build a community so y'all know that, hey, I'm here. We gonna talk and think about some real shit. That's why I like to do the random thoughts from Ozimoto. Random thoughts from the people on the show. So that way we could talk about what y'all talking about. So that way I could talk about what some of y'all thinking before some people get close enough to just call me about it. Not even no disrespect, but that's why I think I'm here. Genuinely. I'm not built to be no Fred Hampton to elevate my people and lead them from slaughter. I'm not Martin Luther King, where I genuinely believe with the word of God that I'm doing right, but I come to regret that I'm leading my people to slaughter. I can't be no Malcolm X, who was really the leader that we needed, that we should have propped up and studied in school. And that's why they kept him on the sidelines, because they didn't want too many people to agree with them. That's why they teach Martin. That's why there's a Martin Luther King Day and there's not a Malcolm X Day. Remember that. There's a reason. So I don't know what's gonna go on with Trump and Elon, man. I don't know what's gonna go on with that shit, but they need to figure that out. They need to figure that shit the fuck out. Anyways, I'll catch y'all when I catch y'all for the next episode. It's been real. I've been your host, Ozimoto, you know, doing my thing, handling my business. So we just gonna play this shit. We just gonna cut this shit and I'll catch y'all later, man. Peace. Actually, no. Wait. Let me tell you something. Like, subscribe, and follow my socials. All right, peace, y'all. Have a nice one.
Heard he speaking on my brother, on his head $2 Had them youngins come through popping shit like Orbit Redenbacher. Oh, he coming down that street, that boy must be off his rocker. Flip that car and have him screaming sideways like only on my right, red leverage, black and white diamond G soccer. Bitch better put your hand down, they broke shit dead, ain't my problem. Did this shit here on my own, I ain't even had my mama. Why I'm riding in that black truck, Dolo with that llama. Bitch better back up for that Mac up and say it to your mate. That cracker that smoke so much dough, you thinking why that was Jamaica. I keep my poet where I go in New York, Leah, Harlem Shake. And we don't play around with pigs, you get wrapped just like some bacon. Bitch.